The cumbersome fuel train for each V2 consisted of a towed alcohol bowser, a self-propelled alcohol bowser towing a trailer pump, then the towed liquid oxygen vehicle. The Milowagen arm was elevated by two hydraulic rams. The pressure for operating these rams was supplied by a small gasoline engine. Although the procedure seems leisurely, under the drastic wartime conditions and constant fear of air attack, the crew would have worked as feverishly as was safely possible. The V2 was filled by a combination of alcohol, liquid oxygen, and hydrogen peroxide, known as T-Stoff, the same T-Stoff which powered the Comet. The pipes connecting the pump to each of the oxygen tankers soon became covered in frost and snow because the liquid oxygen was so cold. The white vapor is water vapor condensed by the liquid oxygen. Alcohol was always the first fuel to be filled in the rocket. It took about 10 minutes to fill the alcohol tank in the rocket. The liquid oxygen trailer was the next fueling vehicle to arrive at the launching site. The Germans always tried to fuel the liquid oxygen within an hour of the time of firing the rocket, to avoid freezing up the valves. This arrangement of fueling vehicles around the Milowagen presented a tempting target for roving fighters, and tensions were always high among the crews. At any minute, they feared they would hear the drone of engines. Finally, the igniter was prepared. The igniter worked like a large-size Catherine wheel and was started electrically. Now that the fueling was finished, the arm of the Milowagen was lowered. The rocket was finally leveled and orientated in the direction of the line of fire. This was done by using a simple dial sight on the launching table, orientated towards London. The igniter was connected up. The firing troop took cover in the trenches they had dug near the rocket. The troop commander went to the firing control vehicle. The control panel from which the rocket was fired was in this vehicle. The final steering tests were made, and then the firing troop commander, at last, gave his orders.
Hauptstufe! Hauptstufe gegeben! Stecker gefallen!
With a firing procedure as complex as this, clearly a V2 could not be fired from the heaving deck of a U-boat in the inhospitable waters of the Atlantic. But as we have seen, Nazi engineering was often ingenious, and it was adapted quickly. Within a few years of World War II, the first submarine-launched missiles were beginning to appear.